You may have followers, but this doesn't necessarily mean that you're a leader. Leaders are born and not made. This was a topic from like huge years we are discussing about that leaders are born or not made, or leaders are made, not born. But the final answer from lots of echoes and lots of theories and practices that leaders are born, not made, is a misperception. Yes, we may have different personal traits or different personal, some kind of differences, but this doesn't necessarily mean that we cannot be a leader, because leadership is about contexts. And one more thing, to become a leader, you should be CEO or an entrepreneur. You should own your own business, or you should be director or manager something. You believe in this? Or no? No. Because leadership is what really? Can you tell me some words when I say leadership? What comes to your mind? Just some words, not sentences, quickly.
Influence.
Influence, examples. Inspiration, change.
Role model.
Being a role model. Success. Responsibility. See, how many things are we putting on leaders' shoulders? Are you aware of that? But maybe we don't look to these things from this perspective. Leadership is about us, or about you, the choices you made in your daily life again and again, regardless of your title. When we understand that leadership is not about titles or CEOs or entrepreneurship or something else, being a JCI, national president, being a world president, but when we understand that leadership is about self, and it starts with me, and if I didn't have chance to change my life, if I didn't have the power to affect or influence my own life, we cannot talk about any kind of leadership. How many choices you made in your life? How many choices you make in your daily life? Each and every day, you wake up in the morning and you give some decisions, right? What kind of decisions you give in the morning?
I'll go to work.
You go to work?
What to wear?
What to wear? What to eat?
Workout.
Workout?
Greet the people I meet.
Yes, to greet the people you meet. Okay.
Who to meet.
Who to meet, yeah. Who to work with, how to work with, and you give lots of decisions in one day. So leadership is about, if we're talking about self, leadership is about the choices you made in your real life and in your daily life. So this may not be something new for you, but I want to mention some of the things that we choose in life and some of the things that we didn't choose in life, and what should we choose actually to become a self-leadership. So your every decision matters. You believe this or not?
Yes.
Your every decision matters. For instance, how do you sleep? How much do you sleep? Can I see hands if you sleep more than 8 hours? More than 6, 7? Okay, more than, let's say 10 we have in the room? No. Okay, great.
They're still sleeping.
They're still sleeping. Okay. There's a Turkish book in Turkey. It says only dummies sleep 8 hours in a day. So if you're sleeping 8 hours in a day, just don't take this like a personal thing, but the book says if you're sleeping 8 hours in a day, you are a dummy, or you are silly, you are killing your life. This doesn't mean that you have to sleep just 4 hours or 3 hours, but you have to find the best sleeping method of yourself. This is one of the decisions you made in life, and it affects your self-leadership. The second thing is your priority management. I don't believe the concept of managing time, but I believe the concept of managing your priorities, because sometimes you prioritize something, but sometimes you don't prioritize something, and it affects lots of things. What are you prioritizing in your life, and what kind of decisions are you giving? And what you eat and how you exercise is again a decision, right? How many of you is happy about what you eat and how you exercise? Can I see hands? Okay, half of the class. If you are not feeling fully okay about your body, your mind and your soul, your physical appearance and your spiritual things and behaviors and beliefs and everything, you cannot be complete, and we cannot be talking about self-leadership. So if you are not leading yourself, how are you thinking to lead some other people or influence the other people? So you are the first person to influence yourself. You should first influence yourself. Then you may ask for followers, you may ask for others to look at you and to say, wow, this is the leader I want in my life. And how you work. You decide your working styles. Sometimes you go to your work and you open the Facebook and you spend some hours there and then tweeting something. True or not? Okay. But there's a rule of Pareto. How many of you heard the rule of Pareto? Okay. It says that 20% of what you do affects all the results. You know, so you have to look in a different way of how you work in life. And you choose how you communicate. What do you think I mean about communication? What kind of people we see in life? Communicating bad, communicating in an aggressive mode, communicating in a, that giving feedbacks, or communicating or ignoring people. There are lots of communication styles. Think about your communication style. How am I communicating with people? I know some managers that saying good morning like this. Good morning. Hi, good morning. And not looking even in the eye or even in the face. How are you treating people? And how are you looking in the eye? How are you shaking hands? How are you, putting your body on stage? How are you smiling? And this is all about your self-leadership. How you react to situations. Life is about not what is happening to you. Life is about how you react to this. Is it true or not? There may be some things happening to each of us, but how you are reacting to all these things matters. You may have a divorce, you may get fired, you may, lost everything, and some bad things are happening into our lives. Life is not like this, life is like this. But your reaction to everything matters. So choose your reactions consciously so that life gives you something bigger. So this is again about your leadership or self-leadership. Every single moment you say yes to something and you say no to something and you say maybe to something. Are you aware of to who or to what you're saying yes? Or are you aware of to what you're saying no? So choose, to consciously choose to say yes or no. And this is about your leadership presence. When we say presence, it's the end result of your choices that you do. The aura of your leadership. When I look at you, what do I see? When I look at you, what do I see in your aura? And if I say you come here, we will see her aura here. Like, is she charismatic? Is she, standing still? Is she talking? And is she communicative? Or kind of things. So we should look at your perceived character, your impact on others, and your energy level, and your value for the world. It's all about your presence. So how much is your presence in your life? How many percentage of you are you using in your life? It's 100% or less. So what should we choose actually if life is about the choices we made? So I will give you an example. How many of you are driving cars? Or a driver? Okay. Think about the first moment you drive the car. How was the feeling?
Difficult.
Difficult, you don't know nothing, stressful.
Well,
Yeah. It's unconscious incompetence. Incompetence is you don't know how to drive. Unconscious is you don't know what you know or you don't know what you don't know. You know nothing, actually. Okay? This is the unconscious incompetence part in people's life. Then what happens?
you realize you don't know how to drive.
You start riding, right? Driving, you know, it happens somehow. You are still incompetent, but you are now conscious. You know what you can do and you know what you can't do. I had a biddle, you know, in the university. And I couldn't park in a parallel way. When I go to somewhere, I ask please can you park my car? But at least I know that I cannot park my car. And it's consciously incompetence. And then you learn how to drive the car, right? It's now conscious competence, and it's the perfect stage that a person should stop. But this doesn't happen in this way. We don't stop here, unfortunately. What happens next?
Confident?
Confident, but how confident? Too much confidence can be? I'm going to give you a secret, but this is about my husband and you will not be saying this anywhere, okay? Promise? Okay. My husband is working for Audi. And they are taking lots of driving classes and, you know, that's some experienced driving lessons or kind of things from like F1 pilots. And this man, after taking these classes in the snow, doing something like this, when he turned to Istanbul, how is he driving? Can you imagine? In the rain with lots of, you know, huge, with like a race pilot. And this is the unconscious competence, and it says, I know everything in life. I know everything about this topic. So this is the part we stop learning. So choose to learn consciously. If you have anything here, if you have anything or any competence here that you are doing unconsciously, stop there and go back. And choose to learn consciously. And what should we choose again? This is a curve of sigmoid, and it says that what gets you here won't get you there. Did you hear this before? What gets you here won't get you there, which means that you have to learn new skills. What are you doing right now cannot be enough for the next 5 years. Can I see the ones who agree with this? Yes. You have to learn and learn and learn, because if you don't, it says that life is like this and you're carried like this. So self-leadership starts with learning. Do you know Britannica? This is the foundation date and this is the revenue for 18.9, and it's sold for this amount. Can you imagine what happened to Britannica? We all know Britannica. They couldn't compete with Wikipedia, and they need some new skills, but they didn't see this as a reality. So now we don't have Britannica anymore. What happened to Nokia? The same story again. If you are not changing yourself consciously, if you're not learning, and if you are not getting new skills, it's not possible to survive. Nokia has a complete different story, but we should understand that this is not just about organizations, this is about ourselves. Choose to set goals. How many of you has a goal which is smart, known, agreed by you, and you know where you're going? How many of you has a kind of this goal? Again, half of the class. The others should ask to themselves, what is my goal or what is my dream in life? Because unconscious mind chooses depression, chooses negative thoughts, chooses to believe that I'm not enough, I'm not okay, everything will not be okay if you don't have a new goal. I will say you that P equals to P minus P. Can you guess what is this? Your performance is your potential minus your parasites. We all have a huge potential, but what is the parasites? Negative thinking. What else?
Time wasters.
Time wasters. What else? Laziness. Yes, yes. What else? Bad habits. Yes, conditioned habits. We all know that we have a potential. Come on, I know myself, I can do this, but we have some parasites, and they are, taking away from our potential, and here the performance comes. Choose to shine. You may shine over there, no one can see you, or you may shine somewhere in your job, in your work, in your family. So choose to shine. Do you know this book? Pretty Little Mistakes. It ends with various and hundreds of different endings, because each page you decide whether to go here or go here. And it's about the mistakes in life, so choose to make mistakes. Choose to create a positive impact. Have you ever heard provoke? What is provocation? Have you ever heard evoke? Okay, I will try to explain it. Provoke is this. Let's think that you are late to the class here, and I'm a kind of angry person. He came into the door, he came here, and I said, come on. You know the time, we already started. Shame on you. What did you feel?
Very bad, very sad.
Very bad and very sad.
I should be better, I should improve.
This is the provoke, that we are directly affecting other people's feelings and behaviors. So he felt like this. This is negative provoke. But this can be like this in any other way. Thank you for taking my photos over there. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay. And this is positive provocation. So we are provoking people's feelings and their behaviors, or their self actually, with choosing our communication style. Evoke is something different. Evoke is this. Think that you don't know me at all. I get in the room, I had a phone in me, and I'm talking with a call center customer, and I'm shouting to her, silly you, how can you make this to me? I don't want to talk with you anymore, and I'm saying lots of bad things on the phone to someone else, not you. What will you feel about me? Rude. Aggressive.
Scary.
Yeah, scary. I didn't do anything to you.
Yes.
But you heard me while I was talking on the phone. We are not aware how we are evoking people. While you're talking, while you are walking, while you are smiling, while you are saying something to some other people, you are still evoking people around you. And this is a thing that we all should be thinking about. What kind of impact I'm creating around me, in my relationships, in my office, in my community. And choose to motivate yourself. How many people in Turkey are taking chemicals, like medicines, to avoid depression, It's a lot. It's a huge amount of people. Because there's stress, there's traffic, there's work, life, or life balance, unbalanced things. So choose to create your own serotonin. It's this, I don't know, it's the same in English. Serotonin, you all know? Yeah, it's the hormone that needed for happiness. If you are making cortisol in your mind, like choosing your negative feelings and decisions, it's so easy to get depressed. But choose to create your own motivation. How can you do this? How can you create serotonin in your mind? What do you think? Sports, yes. Smile, yes. Hugs, yes. Even doing shoulders like this. Like, okay, thank you for doing that. Okay, thank you. Even this affects our level of serotonin in mind. But what do you think? Feelings came after thoughts, or thoughts came after feelings? What do you think? Which one is the first? We feel and then we think, or we think and then we feel?
Depends on what you feel.
thoughts are first and second.
Depends on how you choose to act.
I feel
You feel first. It's just up to you. I know. You're different from anyone else. Okay, the answer is we think first. Okay? We think first. It is not true that suddenly feelings are coming up. You think that, oh my God, I think I'm fat, and then you feel fat. Okay? And you think that, oh, I think I'm not lovable, and then things came and you feel I'm not lovable. Oh, I don't love myself, and you feel depressed. So think or thoughts is the first one. So you think, and then you feel, and then you act, then it turns to your habits, and then it turns to your results, and then you react. But if you choose your thought, then your feelings become motivated. Then your actions become purposeful. And then your habits become aligned, and you will design your results, and you will impact your reactions. This is the only way you can become fully accomplished and completed with your mind and emotions and body. You should choose to network, as you know from our master, Felipe. You should choose to strengthen your EQ. What is EQ? Okay, what is it? What is emotional intelligence?
Being able to understand others' emotions
Yes.
and to empathize with them.
Yes. First, understand myself. It is self-awareness. What am I feeling right now? Then manage this. Think about you were waiting for a promotion and you didn't get it. That fat, little, disgusting woman got that promotion. What are you feeling at that moment right now? What can you feel?
Angry.
Jealousy and angry. Self-awareness is naming those feelings. I feel this right now. I feel that right now. I feel this in my inside right now. But then the self-leadership comes, and it is managing those feelings with your jealousy, with your angry, or some other things. And what are you doing with those feelings? And then the social awareness, and then the relationship management. What is happening in this room? What is happening in this group? And how can I manage all these things? One other thing that you should choose is to understand your perceptions. Okay? How do you see yourself when you look at the mirror? Do you know this picture? Yes, and you see the young lady or the old lady, and it is all about perceptions. And also choose to understand perceptions of others. This is 9 and I'm goddamn all right. Yes, right, I'm right, this is 9. And when I come here and say, this is 6 and I'm right. So choose to understand what is happening in other people's lives. Do you know this theory? The Johari window. Have you ever heard it? No. Okay, some of you yes, some of you not. I will just explain in a brief way. This is an open area of ourselves, which is known to me and known to others. Now let's give an example. Say me something that is known by myself right now and known by you also.
You're here.
I'm here. Yes, I know this and you know this. What else?
You wear a green dress.
Yes, my green dress, I know and you know. What else?
You're from Turkey.
I'm from Turkey again and again. So this is my open area that we all have, known to self and known to others. This is my hidden area. You don't know if I have a child or not. You don't know where I am from. You don't know my age. This is my hidden area. I know, but you don't know. Here is scary. This is, I don't know, but you know about me. Anyone who wants to try something?
Or if you have something like a spot on the dress or something.
In one of the training programs, one woman said me that you're speaking too fast. And I said, come on, oh my God, no, I'm not speaking too fast. Oh, thank you. But then I understand it was my blind area because I didn't know that I was speaking too fast in Turkish, obviously. But if we, how can we open that blind area?
With feedback.
With feedbacks and with asking questions to people that tell me and give me something about myself so that I understand. The other thing is choose to live your values. I have a question to you. How many minutes I have, Bjorn?
You have as much as you need.
Okay.
The entire weekend.
You have until tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. I have a question. You went to a dinner, a nice dinner. You were together with your friends, and the bill, it's the bill, right? It's the receipt came, and you just suddenly realized that it's not okay because it's something is missing there. So they're asking for less money, but you should be paying more. How many of you call the waiter and say that this is not true? Okay. The rest will leaving the restaurant without saying something, as far as I understand. I'm asking this question in lots of countries to people, and half of the class mostly says that I will, of course, call for the waitress and say this is not okay and I have to pay more. And some of you said that I'm leaving because I already paid lots of things, okay? You are earning money, come on. So this is about our values. We say that trust is my value, family is my value, respect is my value, communication is my, but how many of them are we truly living in our lives? So choose to live your values. What is the value of Apple? What they say, what they say about their values? What are they saying about their values?
Create the best products. Yeah, basically the best whatever.
Best, user-friendly. Yes, user-friendly. Yes, but there's two of them which is important and said by Steve Jobs again and again. Innovation and simplicity. So these two values are said by Apple again and again and again and again. I don't know we are seeing that they are living their values or not, but they are saying this constantly. What about the Amazon? I have an experience with Amazon. I've ordered a book, it came, but then after 2.5 years I forgot that I've ordered that book. And I ordered the same book again, and you know what they did to me? No, they said that, hey Gözde, you already ordered this book and you bought this book 2.5 years before. Do you really want to do this again? How much does it cost to them? Believe me, millions. But they say that the customer is our obsession, so we will not be letting them to buy the same product again and again. So this is their values. What about Walmart? It says that I will solve your problem before the day ends. This is their value. I will solve your problem before the day ends. So companies have values. What about people? Have you ever think about your values? How many of you think about their values? How many values I have? Okay, so the other ones should be thinking about this again. It's not hard to make decisions because if you know your values, you will be living that. I really like this quotation. Plant your 2 feet on the ground, look the other guy straight in the eye and tell the truth. Choose to live your integrity. Okay. Choose to believe yourself. How many of you, close your eyes. How many of you can say that I believe I am enough? Okay, just a few. You can, okay, yeah, okay, just a few. It's a sad thing for a person to say to himself or herself that I'm not enough. Because when we are children, yes, our fathers and mothers love us, definitely, but they do something wrong. They try to make us perfect boys and perfect girls, princesses and princes. So what we learn in our, this childhood that we are not enough. I have to get A, I have to buy that car, I have to be this, I have to be that. So what we learn is we are never enough. So if you are feeling that something is not enough in you, please think about that again and again and find what is not enough in you, because you are enough. My last words, actually, there are two things about your, maybe the art of leadership presence. Choose to show your presence, okay, because you are there. I know some people, they are there in that room, in that meeting, in that organization, in that company, in that JCI or everything, in that family. They are there physically, but we don't see them, actually. We don't see their thoughts, we don't see their values, we don't see what do they live for, what do they stand for. So choose to show your presence in life. Choose to lead not others, but yourself first. What you eat, what you exercise, what you work, how you communicate. And the last thing is choose to live, because this is your life and we have just one. So I'm ready for your questions if you have in mind, and I hope you enjoy this.